Today, we are on an epic food tour in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. This city, also known as Saigon, is famous for its incredible street food and vibrant markets. But we are not here for just any food. We are on a mission to find the most amazing crab dishes in the city. Our journey will take us from high-end restaurants to local spots, exploring 9 different types of crabs. This adventure is a deep dive into the flavors and culinary creativity that make Vietnamese food so special. We will taste everything from a tiny crab that costs only 20 cents to a giant king crab that costs $300. Our crab feast will show us how one ingredient can be cooked in so many different ways. Each dish tells a story about its origin, the chef's skill, and the culture of Vietnam. We will learn about crabs that come from the cold waters of Norway and Japan, and others that are found right here in the rice fields of Southeast Asia. Some dishes will be simple, focusing on the natural sweetness of the crab. Others will be complex, combining many ingredients to create something new and exciting. This is more than just eating. It's about exploring the rich food landscape of Saigon. As we move through the city, we will visit different districts and see how each place has its own unique way of preparing crab. We will meet talented chefs who are passionate about their craft. They will show us how they transform these crabs into delicious meals. For example, some crabs are steamed to perfection, while others are deep-fried until they are crispy. Some are served in a rich savory soup, and others are marinated raw in a special sauce. Every dish is a new experience, a new flavor to discover. Join me on this incredible journey through Saigon's best crab dishes. We will see how a simple ingredient can become a star. From the luxurious king crab roll to the humble but delicious deep-fried rice field crab, this tour has it all. We will discover new tastes, learn about different cultures, and maybe even find a new favorite dish. Get ready to be amazed by the variety and creativity of Vietnamese crab cuisine. It's going to be a delicious and unforgettable adventure. Our crab quest begins with the most expensive crab on our list, the king crab. At Nanaimo Oyster Bar, we tried a massive 6.8-pound king crab from Norway, costing $300. The chef prepared it as a king crab roll with Singaporean sauce. First, the crab was steamed, and its sweet, tender meat was carefully removed. Then, the meat was coated in tempura flour and deep-fried until golden. This crispy crab meat was placed inside a toasted bun with fresh lettuce. The roll was then topped with a rich Singaporean sauce made from butter, garlic, chili, and shrimp paste. It was an incredibly luxurious and flavorful start to our tour. Next, we moved on to another delicacy from the cold waters of Japan, the snow crab. We visited Izakaya Toki to try their snow crab fat paste soup, a dish priced at $77.17. This was a unique experience. The crab's body meat, fat, and juices were cooked in a special broth with miso and sake. This created a thick, savory soup that was full of umami flavor. The raw leg meat was served on the side. We cooked it shabu-shabu style by dipping it into the hot, rich soup. The combination of the hot, flavorful broth and the sweet, delicate crab meat was absolutely perfect. Our journey into Japanese crab continued at Maguro Studio with the Kagani crab, also known as the horseshoe crab. This crab from Hokkaido, Japan cost $66.30. It was prepared in a very special way. The chef steamed the crab and then marinated it for 12 hours in a sauce of sake, soy sauce, and kelp. This long marination gave the crab an incredibly deep and complex flavor. The crab's rich fat was mixed with some meat and topped with salmon roe to create a delicious dipping sauce. Eating this dish felt like tasting a piece of art. The final Japanese import on our list was the Hanasaki crab, another rare find from Hokkaido. At Yakuo Ishikawa, they turned this $35.24 crab into a creamy crab cream croquette. The chef cooked the crab meat into a thick, smooth roux with butter, soy milk, and shiitake mushrooms. This creamy mixture was shaped into balls, coated in breadcrumbs, and deep-fried. The result was a crispy croquette with a warm, gooey, and incredibly flavorful center. It was served with a dipping sauce made from the crab's own fat, making every bite rich and satisfying. Now we explore how local chefs get creative with crab, and we found a real winner. At the Ek restaurant, we tried a dish that became my favorite of the day: crab meat wrapped in deep-fried sticky rice. This dish featured a mud crab farmed right here in Vietnam, and cost $39.13. The chef stir-fried the sweet crab meat with Chinese sausage and shiitake mushrooms. This savory mixture was then placed inside a crispy bowl made from deep-fried sticky rice. To finish, it was topped with fluffy sticky rice and pork floss. The mix of textures and flavors was amazing. The crispy rice, the soft crab, and the savory toppings all worked together perfectly. Next, we went to Hai San Huang Jia to try the famous Shanghai hairy crab, which is also called the mitten crab. This crab is a delicacy in Asia, but is considered an invasive species in the USA. For just $9.51, we got to see why it's so prized. The preparation was very simple to highlight the crab's best feature, its fat. The crab was steamed over a bed of perilla leaves, lemongrass and ginger. This simple cooking method allowed the two types of rich, orange and yellow fat inside to shine. It was served with a classic Vietnamese dipping sauce, making for a pure and delicious crab experience. Our adventure continued with a dish that might be new to many people. At Hua Jin's kitchen we tried ganjang gaejang, which is raw blue crab marinated in soy sauce. These crabs come from Vietnam's Mekong Delta, and the dish cost $14.62. The raw crabs were cleaned and then soaked for 5 days in a chilled marinade. The marinade was made with soy sauce, garlic, chilies, apple, and medicinal herbs. This process cooks the crab without heat and gives it an amazing flavor. The meat was like a soft jelly, and the orange part in the head, which is a digestive gland, was incredibly rich and creamy. Finally, we sampled a very cheap but flavorful crab, the three-striped crab. At Na Qua Ca, we had it in a papaya salad for only $5.93. These small crabs are found all over the world. They were quickly boiled for just 1 minute, so they were not fully cooked. Then, they were marinated and added to a Thai-style papaya salad with a Vietnamese twist. The salad included a strong fermented fish relish called mam thai. To eat this, you chew on the crab to get all the flavor from the shell and meat, then spit out the shell. It was a powerful, pungent, and exciting taste. Our crab feast concludes with one of the most common and beloved crabs in Vietnam, the rice-field crab. We visited Dao Homemade to try deep-fried rice-field crabs, which cost an incredible $4.47 for a whole plate. That's about 20 cents per crab. These little crabs are often farmed now because they are so popular. The chef removed the top shell, coated the crab bodies in egg yolk and tempura flour, and deep-fried them until they were super crunchy. They were then tossed in a pan with garlic, lime leaves, and a sauce made from the crab's own fat. You can eat the whole thing, and it's the perfect, crunchy, savory snack. This amazing food tour showed us that crab is much more than just a simple meal in Vietnam. It is a way to explore the country's culture and creativity. We saw how one ingredient can be prepared in 9 completely different ways, each with its own story. From the most expensive king crab from Norway to the humble rice-field crab, every dish offered a unique window into different culinary traditions. Some dishes followed Japanese techniques with precision and care, while others showcase the bold and spicy flavors of local Vietnamese and Thai-inspired cooking. Exploring these crab dishes is a true adventure for your taste buds. It pushes you to try new things like raw marinated crab, or a crab you have to chew and spit out. Each restaurant we visited, from the fancy oyster bar to the small local eatery, showed us a different side of Saigon's food scene. The prices, ranging from 20 cents to $300, prove that delicious food can be found at any budget. This journey was not just about finding the best crab, it was about experiencing the passion and innovation of the chefs who make these amazing meals. In the end, this crab feast was a perfect example of why Vietnamese food is so exciting. It is a cuisine that respects tradition while also being open to new ideas and influences from around the world. Trying these 9 different crab dishes is a fantastic way to understand the heart of Vietnamese food culture. It's about fresh ingredients, bold flavors, and the joy of sharing a good meal. So if you ever find yourself in Saigon, be adventurous. Step out of your comfort zone and go on your own crab adventure. You will not be disappointed.